right, we're back and we have an amazing story for you this morning. His boat is called the Kraken. His mission to address mental health and save the lives of the men and women who risk their lives for our everyday freedoms, and he will be rowing 3,000 nautical miles across the Atlantic to do it. Tim Crockett just walked into our studio. Thank you so much for doing this. So,
thank you.
Tell us first off the reason why. We just mentioned it, but get more into the reason why you're doing this.
Obviously, I'm a veteran myself of the UK military, been over here now for about 16 years. It was about 2 years ago. I think many people might remember the kind of viral videos that was going around for 22 push-ups to kind of draw attention to those veterans that were taking their own lives, that had been suffering from PTSD and the effects of traumatic brain injuries and so forth. I reconnected with an old military friend of mine about that same time, and then about 6 weeks later learned that he'd taken his own life. So I felt that I needed to do more personally, and didn't know what that was. And then it was probably about a month later that I came across ocean rowing and thought, big challenge, big need, put the two together and thought, why not?
Unbelievable. All right, so we're going to pull up a map so we can show our viewers the route. You told my producer that you'll try to catch the trade winds from the Canaries to Antigua. So explain really what goes into this amazing feat.
So just to put it into perspective, there have been more people that have gone into space or have climbed Everest without oxygen than have kind of rowed across the Atlantic solo. So it's a very few people have actually done it. The boat is specially designed to deal with the conditions. It's designed to self-right should it get capsized, and it's a race, a challenge that has to be unsupported. So there's just me, my boat, and my equipment. The idea is to use the trade winds that will help kind of blow us across the Atlantic, but there's still a physical component to it. But more have said that it's as much, if not more, a mental challenge, given the conditions that you're going to be in, loneliness, battling with the elements, and obviously the effects of the conditions, salt sores, infections, sleep deprivation, all those sort of things come into play.
Well, physically and mentally, how do you go about and prepare for this?
So I've been preparing for about the last 2 years, obviously being in the military and within a unit that kind of spent a lot of time either in, on, or under the water. I'm comfortable in the environment. I wouldn't say I like it, but I'm comfortable. And then a lot of training to kind of build the body up and become injury-proof more so than anything else.
And we have some pictures of you doing your training. Looks like you're doing some deadlifts right there. Tell us about the significance of the name of your boat.
So again, it's a big challenge. It's a big personal challenge, but it's more about drawing attention to the cause, and that is helping veterans especially that are dealing with anxiety and depression and thoughts of suicide brought on by post-traumatic stress and so forth. So I came up with the name Kraken. It's obviously a mythical Nordic beast that has been known to drag ships and seamen down to the sort of depth. So Kraken is my analogy for post-traumatic stress, and the idea of taming the Kraken is to sort of beat that and help people deal with those conditions.
So I got online on your website, and you're looking to raise money, and so people can go to your website. We'll put that link out there for you so people can donate and raise money to help prevent suicide prevention. But on your website, I saw a lot of the boats are similar to yours, but there were 4 people on them, not just one. So this is quite amazing.
That's right, yes. This challenge in particular has been around, this is its 21st year. Originally set up, actually the year after the Olympics here in Atlanta. And that initial race was teams of 2. Since then, the challenge has evolved. And yes, you have solo rowers, pairs, teams of 3, 4, and teams of 5. And actually in this year's race, there is a team of 6 out of the Salt Lake City area that has someone that has ALS that's rowing across the Atlantic.
Oh, wow.
So again, it's a challenge, it's a race, but it helps people kind of overcome what some people think is near impossible. And I think myself doing it as a solo, and there are 5 other solo racers in this year's race, that it just adds another layer of challenge to what we're attempting.
Incredible. Before we let you go, I mean, I have so many questions. I want to ask you how you sleep, how you're going to eat. In fact, how much food do you stack on the boat?
So from a safety point of view, even though I'm planning to do the crossing in 50 days or less if the weather allows, we have to have 90 days worth of food on board, as well as all the other equipment. We have a water maker that takes the seawater and desalinates it for us to use. And I think all up at the start of the race, the boat will probably weigh just shy of a ton in weight.
Wow.
So that's a lot of weight to drag through the water as well.
How can people help you out? How can they donate?
So please go to the website. It's www.tamethekraken.org. On there you'll find a lot of the information about the cause and the why, and there's a donation button on board. Please click that, give what you can. But it's obviously money is important.
Sure.
It helps with the fundraising and all the good work that a lot of these charities are doing. But if you can't donate, then please follow and like our page on social media, spread the word, because we want to try and engage people to get more involved. Speaking out about what you may be going through, or if you suspect someone is struggling with the condition, having someone come up to them and say, are you feeling okay? Can I help in any way? And then more importantly, listen.
Sure.
Is what we're trying to do as well. So money's great, but if you can, again, reach out to those close to you, that's equally as helpful.
22 veterans take their lives a day, and that's Save 22. Here's the man who's trying to end that, Tim Crockett. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are beyond inspirational. We're going to be following, and it's T-minus 43 days, is I think what I saw.
42 days until we start.
Yeah.
So if the weather is good, we will begin on the morning of the 12th.
We are all going to be watching this man, such an inspiration. Tim Crockett, thank you so much.
Thank you.